at this level is intelligence and IQ. And we're not going to end up like that. Over there, I got knocked out.
I bet you if you lay a finger on me, I bet you don't make it to September 14th. I bet you that. Put a finger on me, I bet you don't make it to the fight. That'll be me up there. That'll be me up there. You put a finger on me. Bet you that.
Hello. Take it easy. I'm gonna take care of him for you. I promise you. I promise you.
Hey, boxing fans, buckle up. The sport's biggest star, Canelo Alvarez, is rumored to be gearing up for his next fight against the rising sensation, Edgar Berlanga.
He's a knockout artist, so, anytime you got that kind of power, you always got a chance. But he's fighting the best.
But this isn't just another fight announcement. It's surrounded by a whirlwind of controversy, debate, and some serious drama that's shaking the boxing world to its core. Let's dive into the rumors, the accusations, and what this fight really means for Canelo Berlanga and the sport of boxing. First, let's talk about Canelo Alvarez. The man needs no introduction. He's the face of boxing, the king of pay-per-view, and a multi-division world champion with an impressive resume. But lately, Canelo's next move has been under intense scrutiny, drawing attention not just from fans, but from critics as well. His recent decision to potentially face Edgar Berlanga has left many fans scratching their heads, and some critics are even accusing him of still ducking tougher competition like David Benavidez, questioning his choice of opponents. One name that keeps coming up is David Benavidez. For months, fans have been clamoring for a Canelo versus Benavidez showdown, a fight that would pit the experienced champion against the young, hungry lion who's been tearing through the super middleweight division with relentless aggression. Benavidez, with his undefeated record, powerful punches, and aggressive style, is seen by many as the most legitimate threat to Canelo's dominance, making this potential matchup one of the most anticipated in recent memory. But instead of Benavidez, we're talking about Edgar Berlanga, a fighter who, while undeniably talented and powerful, remains relatively untested at the elite level.
Absolutely delivers on all the hype. The Brooklyn Beast is back, baby!
Berlanga's early career knockout streak was impressive, capturing the attention of fans and pundits alike, but his recent performances have revealed some vulnerabilities, suggesting that he still has a lot to prove before being mentioned in the same breath as a fighter like Canelo. Many believe he needs more high-caliber opponents to solidify his standing in the sport. So why isn't Canelo fighting Benavidez? The answer, as with many things in boxing, depends on who you ask. Canelo's team might argue that Berlanga presents a fresh challenge, a marketable opponent with a growing fan base, and someone who brings something new and different to the table. But let's be real. Many fans and analysts see this as Canelo avoiding the real danger that Benavidez represents. This perception is not sitting well with a large segment of the boxing community, sparking widespread debate and criticism. Social media has been buzzing with criticism. Why isn't Canelo fighting the best? Is he afraid of losing his legacy? These are the questions fans are asking, and they're not going away anytime soon. This growing chorus of doubt is putting a serious dent in Canelo's reputation as a fighter, who's always willing to take on the toughest challenges, raising concerns about whether he's strategically avoiding the biggest threats to protect his legacy. And just when you thought things couldn't get any more complicated, enter Turki Alalshik, a powerful figure in the sports world, especially in Saudi Arabia, where he's played a pivotal role in bringing major boxing events to the Middle East. Alalshik's involvement has added a new layer of intrigue, and his comments about Canelo and the potential Berlanga fight have only fueled the fire, stirring up even more controversy and debate among fans and insiders alike. According to Alalshik, Canelo is playing it safe and avoiding the true challenges. These are strong words, especially coming from someone who's been instrumental in the recent boom of big-money fights in Saudi Arabia. Alalshik has hinted that the Berlanga fight is more about money than merit, a calculated move by Canelo's camp to maximize profits while minimizing risk, avoiding a potentially dangerous encounter with someone like Benavidez, who could pose a real threat to Canelo's legacy. Canelo, of course, hasn't taken these comments lightly. He's fired back, asserting that he fights who he wants, when he wants, and that no one else dictates his career decisions. His response was firm, aimed at silencing critics, but instead, it has intensified the discussion. This back and forth with Alalshik has only added another layer of controversy to the already hotly debated topic of his next fight, fueling speculation and further dividing opinions within the boxing community. What's clear is that this fight isn't just about what happens in the ring. It's about power, influence, and the ever-present question in boxing. Is it about legacy or money? Alalshik's involvement and his sharp criticism of Canelo have added fuel to the fire, giving fans and critics alike plenty to discuss. This situation is only increasing the pressure on Canelo to deliver a truly meaningful fight that goes beyond financial gain and cements his place in boxing history. So, what are the pros and fans saying about all this? Well, opinions are divided. Some former champions and boxing analysts are defending Canelo, arguing that Berlanga is a worthy opponent and that every fighter, especially one with Berlanga's potential, deserves a shot at the big time. They point out that Canelo has already fought and beaten the best in the sport, solidifying his legacy, and that he has nothing left to prove to anyone, making this fight a fair choice. Others, however, aren't so convinced. Critics within the sport are vocal about what they perceive as a blatant sidestep by Canelo. They argue that while Berlanga is undoubtedly talented, he simply isn't on the same level as fighters like Benavidez. These critics believe that this fight feels more like a carefully calculated business decision, designed to maximize revenue, rather than a genuine sporting challenge that would test Canelo's abilities against the toughest possible opposition. The fans, they're just as divided. On one hand, you've got the die-hard Canelo supporters who believe that whatever decision he makes is the right one. They see Berlanga as an exciting fighter who could bring something new to the table, a powerful puncher who, with the right preparation, could give Canelo a real challenge. But on the other hand, there's a growing chorus of discontent. These fans feel that Canelo is letting them down by not taking on the fights that really matter, the fights that would solidify his legacy as one of the greatest of all time. They wanted to see him go up against Benavidez or Jamal Charlo, or even revisit a bout with Bivol at light heavyweight. Instead, they're getting Berlanga, a fighter who, in their eyes, is a step down in competition. In a recent poll on one of the top boxing websites, nearly 60% of fans said they'd rather see Canelo fight Benavidez next. That's a significant majority, and it shows just how much the boxing community wants to see Canelo in a truly competitive fight. So, what does all this mean for Canelo's legacy? If the Berlanga fight happens, it'll undoubtedly be a huge event, a spectacle that'll draw in fans from around the world. But will it be the fight that defines Canelo's career? Or will it be remembered as the one where he played it safe, avoiding the real dangers lurking in the super middleweight division? Canelo has always been a fighter who defies expectations, who takes on challenges that others might shy away from. But in this case, the controversy surrounding his next fight could either add to his mystique or tarnish his legacy. The ball is in his court, and the world will be watching to see what he does next. Whether you're Team Canelo or Team Benavidez, one thing's for sure: boxing is about to get a whole lot more interesting. So who do you think Canelo should fight next? Berlanga, Benavidez, or someone else entirely? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more boxing news, analysis, and updates. Until next time, keep your guard up and stay ready for the next big fight. See you in the next round.